Hey, this is Mr. C here. This is part 2 of the fluid mechanics problem set videos. In this problem, we're going to do number 45 from the problem set. So, they want us to estimate the pressure inside a Category 5 hurricane where the wind speed is 300 kilometers per hour. So the necessary assumptions for this problem are, we're going to assume that the velocity, the wind velocity outside the hurricane is 0 meters per second, and we're also going to assume that we're taking these measurements from the same height, so therefore the height is constant. So what we're going to start by doing is, since we're talking about different pressures, is we're going to do a Bernoulli's theorem calculation. So I'm going to write Bernoulli's theorem in full. So what we have here is the pressure inside plus our kinetic term, 1/2 rho v inside squared, plus the potential term, plus rho g, I'll use h inside, equals, I'll use a different color, pressure outside, plus 1/2 rho v outside squared, plus our potential term, rho g h outside. Now we can use our assumptions to help us out a little bit. So again, we assumed that the height was constant, so our potential terms cancel out. And we also assumed that the velocity outside the hurricane was 0. So therefore that term cancels out. So makes life a little bit easier. Reducing it and solving for pressure inside the hurricane, I get the pressure inside equals pressure outside the hurricane minus 1/2 rho times the velocity of the air inside squared. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to plug in. I'm going to use atmospheric pressure for the pressure outside. I'm going to plug in for my rho of air, which we can look up, and I'm going to plug in for my velocity of the air, which is 300 kilometers per hour. After plugging in, I get pressure inside the hurricane equals 9.7 times 10 to the 4 pascals, which equals 0.96 atmospheres. And there we have it. We've solved for the pressure inside the hurricane, inside a Category 5 hurricane. All right, I hope this helps you guys out with the fluid mechanics problem set.